2023 FIFA Women's World Cup kicks off live from Australia and New Zealand on Thursday, July 20th, and our very own Xfinity editor and sports enthusiast Maddie is here to get you hyped with everything you need to know to watch and enjoy this year's tournament coverage. Maddie, tell us all about it, please.
Yeah, we have a lot in store for you. We are super pumped on our end, and it was so great talking to Jenny Taft. She has such a wealth of knowledge about the Women's World Cup, particularly Team USA. I had a great time conducting this interview with Jenny, and she's got me super gassed up for the World Cup. So here is a clip from our conversation. This is your third time covering the Women's World Cup. How do you think this one will stand out compared to past years?
It's so wild that you say a third Women's World Cup because 2015 was really one of my first big opportunities as a sports reporter. And a lot has changed since I started this journey with those women in 2015. Obviously, they won the World Cup then. They then repeated in 2019. And I'm a mom. Many of the players have had kids along the way. So I feel really fortunate that I've been able to get to know them over the years. And what I have learned, these women always rise to the occasion. It's a great mix of veterans and new faces, but I can tell you, the United States always brings it at a World Cup.
Ooh, I am hyped up after that clip. Jenny's got me hyped up. We had a lot of fun in that conversation. We talked in depth about Team USA and the obstacles they're going to face to get the three-peat. It's not a cakewalk, but we also had a little fun and did some rapid fire questions. So if you want to watch the full hangout between Jenny and I, just say hangouts into your voice remote. But yes, if you're living under a rock, the World Cup kicks off July 20th and runs for a full month ending on August 20th. This year, the tournament takes place in Australia and New Zealand, so that's 14 and 16 hours ahead of our time on the East Coast, Eastern Standard Time. But do not worry, Xfinity has got you covered as Team USA chases a historic three-peat, a feat never accomplished by a men's or women's team. So history's on the line here. If you say World Cup or Women's World Cup or FIFA World Cup, you really can't go wrong here. Into your Xfinity voice remote, you'll see our one-stop shop for all things Women's World Cup. The matches will be primarily broadcast across Fox and Fox Sports 1, and all of that info can be found under our match schedule menu. You can also check out group breakdowns, current standings, scores and stats, and tune into live coverage. There's so much to dive into in our World Cup destination. If you're not a true diehard and won't be watching the games in the wee hours of the morning, that's okay. We still want to see the action. It's easy to record and watch later. Just stay off social media to avoid spoilers while you're catching up, and turn off ESPN push notifications or wherever you get your sports news. They don't know if you're not caught up, and they do not care. Trust me, I'm clearly speaking from experience here. Just a few more highlights. You can watch games in 4K if you're watching on your X1 box. We have interactive brackets. We love an interactive bracket over here, and we can access you can access every moment live in English and Spanish on every screen. So we are obviously locked and loaded. If you're a homer like myself, make sure to write this down. Team USA's first group stage game is July 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see the rest of their group stage schedule and everything else World Cup related in our destination. Just say World Cup into your remote. Sammy, David, I know one of you still might have a vuvuzela collecting some dust in a closet. Can we get one of you to break it out for the World Cup? What World Cup was that? That was like men's World Cup, like what, 2008 when the vuvuzelas became a thing? So. Yeah, I don't have one, so that's why I'm relying on one of you two to help me out.
I'll dig through. I've got a bunch of knickknacks. I'm very excited for the World Cup. I feel like this is really the only time, and probably this is the case for so many people, that I really watch soccer. And I get into it. I'm really into it, and then I don't ever watch it again. I don't know why. I guess it's just really easy to root for Team USA, whereas like I don't really have a soccer team otherwise.
Yeah, and the stakes are different with the women's versus the men's, because like it's for the men's, they've made it out of the group stage in their World Cup, and that was like exciting for them. But for the women's, if they don't win it all, then it's kind of considered a failure. So a lot's on the line this time around. So I'll definitely be tuning in. So I'm excited for it.
Awesome. Well, as Maddie said, don't miss a minute of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. Just say World Cup or sports in your Xfinity voice remote to check it out. And you can watch Maddie's entire interview with Fox Sports analyst Jenny Taft simply by saying Hangouts.